Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Fujit's Blitz with me, Fujit. Hello. So today we're going to be talking about ratings, but before we do, this video is actually sponsored. I know, shocking, eh? And today's sponsor is going to be World of Warships. So we'll have a view from them and a little word from our sponsors later on in the video. But let's get back to ratings, because there is a big push from Wargaming regarding ratings at the moment, and you can get quite a hefty amount of credits, plus a lot more if you decide to play ratings this month. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never been a massive fan of ratings for various reasons. One, it's always been a toxic cesspit, but ever since they decided to remove the battle chat on EU, that toxicity has gone down a little bit. Two, it's always been really quite a selfish game mode, to be honest with you. Players barge you out the way, they steal your kills, they do lots of nasty things because they want the points moreover than you should get the points, and that's the thing. But there are some upsides to ratings, and one of those upsides, I mean, look at that, I mean, they're pretty cool. One of the upsides to ratings is it doesn't affect your win rate, it doesn't affect your stats in any way, shape or form, and it allows you to actually get better at the game and to hone your skills, funnily enough. And with Wargaming throwing more at it, it should be something that appeals to you out there nowadays, because it's not a bad idea, to be honest with you, to play in ratings. But what is ratings? Well, ratings, as you know, is where you roll out and you do your best and then you get a league. So, as you can see, I haven't played many games. In fact, I've only played 16 games. And basically, you get to be in a bronze, silver, gold, platinum or diamond league. Woo! At the moment, I am in gold, mainly because I've only played 6 battles after calibration. And calibration, well, I calibrated it 3,552, which is pretty pants. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect it to be much higher than that, to be fair. And the reason I didn't expect it to be much higher than that is because, as I said, Wargaming are throwing quite a lot at ratings at this moment in time. Now look, ratings always been about, if you've got the time, the energy and the effort, you can probably get up to that diamond league. Or if you just play ratings full stop, rather than playing anything else. And that's not a bad idea for those of you who want to get better at the game. A lot of people nowadays complain about regular battles, or random battles as they used to be called, being pretty toxic cesspits. Well, nowadays they ain't, because you can turn off the battle chat. In fact, it's been turned off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're really fed up of losing your win rate and losing your stats and everything, then why not give ratings a turn? The toxicity levels have gone down. Okay, you're still going to get the selfish gameplay, of course you are, but at least you'll have it without toxicity. So what is it that Wargaming are throwing at ratings at the moment? Well, they're throwing a lot at it. You can get quite a lot of credits. I mean, look at this. From just rolling out, okay, you get 16 of these shields for a battle and only 5 for a victory. So win or lose, you're going to get 16 if you're gold league, that is. And look at this, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, 80,000, 100,000, then a camo, 125,000, and then an attachment. I mean, this isn't bad, to be honest with you. I mean, Wargaming really are going sort of out for leather here to try and get people interested in ratings. And I don't blame them, because it's been a game mode we've had for a long time. And let's be honest, nobody really plays it. Well, they do, but the majority of the player base don't. The majority of the player base just are not turned into ratings, because they've always found it, well, it's pretty meh. What do you get for your trouble? Okay, you get a funky little sort of shield that you can sort of roll out in unless you get to diamond or platinum. And if you get to diamond, then you get parts to, obviously, the Lorraine Fearless. Used to be the IS-6 Fearless, but now it's the Lorraine Fearless. Or if you're that good, you'll get the tank outright. But this is the thing, I mean, okay, you get some camos, but you've got to play 50 battles in a tank to get the camo to put on the tank. And a lot of people are like, I'm not really fussed about that. So ratings has always been one of those hit and miss type things. People roll out in it because obviously they want to flex with the IS-6 Fearless or Lorraine Fearless, but the majority of the player base have never really been too fussed. They've really only gone out in it because they don't want to lose their win rate or their stats, and they want to get better in a tank, or they want to grind some credits, or they're grinding a new tank. Everything that ratings was never meant to be, because ratings, funnily enough, was always meant to be about skill. It was meant to be a skill-based MM, unlike the MM that we normally have. Now, eventually, with this thing, once you get past the credits and the attachment, you will also get a container. Woo! Everybody loves containers. It's called a ratings container, and you've got to get like 20 of these shield thingy-majiggies. I've got 240 of them already, 243 or whatever it is. So I can get things. What do you get for this ratings container? Well, you get quite a few bits and bobs, to be honest with you. Mainly you get these things that pop up and tell you what ratings you are. But before we go into that, let's have a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by World of Warships, a multiplayer online game with a fleet of over 200 ships of various classes just waiting to be commanded by you. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to battle it out upon the high seas, firing broadsides into battleships whilst attempting to avoid an incoming barrage in a variety of different locations and landscapes, from idyllic shores to stormy northern seas? Have you ever wanted to jump into a plane, to be catapulted off an aircraft carrier, Top Gun Maverick style, to swoop down upon some unsuspecting enemy hiding in some safe water lagoon? Have you ever wondered if you have the nerves to be a submariner lying in wait beneath the waves, calculating with precision the timing of your torpedoes to sink unaware targets? All these things and much, much more can be experienced with World of Warships. There are huge bonuses for new players, including the St. Louis, a Tier 3 American cruiser, the Emden, a Tier 2 German cruiser, 7 days of premium account, 200 doubloons, 20 times camouflage restless fire, 2.5 millions of credits, and of course a shed load of seafaring fun. Just follow the link in the description and download today. Join a team and engage in battle, and you too can master the high seas. So there you go, World of Warships. Why not download it? The link is down in the description. Anyway, so this is the ratings container. Now you can get quite a lot here. Look, you can get 2.5 to 15,000 credits. Not bad. You can get this attachment, a rating indicator. You can get a camo, you can get a load of credit boosters, get another camo, some more credit boosters, or some crew experience boosters. I mean, this isn't bad, realistically. All you got to do is play ratings, and you get a free container. And that's what the attachment ratings indicator looks like. It just pops up on your tank when you kill something and says, "Look at me, I'm great." You know, so these things can't be miffed at. It's not to be shied away from. What about the camos and everything? Well, let's have a look at those. I mean, I'll review the camo for you, show you what it looks like. That's what the camo looks like. That's the rating look camo, suitable for tier 7, 8, 9 and 10 vehicles. So, yeah, it's a free camo. And I know lots of people out there love camos. What about the other camo? Well, that is the ratings fighter camo. And that doesn't look too bad either, if I'm being honest. I mean, these are okay camos. And did I tell you, they're free, basically. All you got to do is roll out and play ratings. Nothing more than that. Let's jump into a game. This is me in the tier 10 British light tank, the Vickers. A tank I particularly like, and a tank that I think can do particularly well in ratings. Now, the thing about ratings is you're still going to get people playing selfishly. But with the battle chat off, the toxicity levels are pretty low nowadays, which is a nice thing, because it used to be, as I said, a toxic cesspit. Now, the thing to remember about ratings is this: the more active actions you do, the better your chances are of getting points on the board. Gone are the days whereby you would roll out, work your socks off, lose the battle, but do like 3k damage and get 0 points, or even lose points. Those days have gone. Now, the more active actions you do, the better you are at playing the game, the better you are contributing to your team trying to win. The chances are you are going to get points rather than lose points. And that is a big, big plus. Not only that, the more active actions you do, if you win the game, you get even more points, which is a great thing. So here's me sat at the back of the map where the decap would normally be, trying to farm a little bit. So far I've only done 356 damage. That ain't much in a Vickers, and as you can see, my shots are going a little bit wayward. They've all gone towards the A cap and the centre cap. It's not a supremacy game, this one. This is just a normal encounter game. But I'm trying to get the Vickers to work so I can get some shots in. I know they've got a TD. Both teams have lost a tank. I know they've got a TD, and I got this horrible feeling he is camping either in the typical TD spot, which is where I'm near, or in the alternate TD spot, which is on the big hill where overlooking that E100. So this is what I'm worried about, because that TD is going to hurt me. It's as simple as that. But I'm going to move my way around. Okay, I've done 720 damage. I've done quite a little bit so far. Not much, though. I'm certainly not setting any records. Oh, and there is the Griller. There is their TD, where I expected him to be. Now, he's got a spool liner. I didn't notice that the first time, unfortunately for me. And then I thought, well, I'm still low rolling here. So why am I low rolling? And then it suddenly dawns on me, he's got a spool liner. So I'm going to have to stop using HE and switch it back to AP, because spool liner, well, it's taking 20% of the HE's capacity out. No point me hanging around here much longer. The Griller has smacked me, but he is now a one-shot. We should be able to work our way around and take him down. Now we've done over 2,000 damage, which is better. There goes our first kill, the Griller. Now I've got a T-57 Heavy. The IS-4 is over there. No point me looking at him. And I'm wondering, where did the E-100 go? He was in the corner a minute ago. And I don't know where he is now. And boom! Oh my god, there he is! And he gets a good roll into me. I'm using the mobility to get round him. I'm not going to fight him. I want to put one into the 57 Heavy, whittle him down even further, and get relatively safe behind the building, which is what I managed to do. Now we're at 2,900. We've taken one kill. We've assisted in taking another kill. So we're doing okay. Damage with our assistance is now 900. Oh, that's a bounce, but we're going to use our mobility again. He's in a world of problems, the D100, and I'm just going to sit underneath him and just farm him, because I know he hasn't got a hope in our chance of getting that gun depression down, and he's pretty much stuck. So I can get more damage. More damage is better when you're in ratings. The more you can do, the better your ratings will be. 3.93 is what we dish out in the end. We don't bounce anything. We take one kill, but we do quite a bit of active actions, which allows us to get some pretty decent points. 132 points, in fact. Okay, we only get a second class, but I don't care, because we get credits, we get a lot of points, we had fun doing it, and, you know, that's the whole idea of ratings at the end of the day. It's to have fun, and it's to try and improve. If you're one of those players who likes going out to grind your tank, etc., etc., I have no problem with that, you doing that in ratings. If it makes you a better player, it makes you a better player. However, remember this, you are going to be going out in a skill-based game. So, you've got to at least try your best, guys. Anyway, that's my video on ratings and the freebies that Wargaming are throwing at everybody at the moment, which is pretty nice, not gonna lie. It's not a bad game mode. It's not the best, I admit. There's still a lot of teething problems, but it's nice that Wargaming are finally throwing things at it to get people interested. So that, in my book, is a good thing. Anyway, I've been Fujit. That has been my take on ratings. Don't miss out on all these credits, guys. Do yourself a favour. Roll out in ratings. At least get the credits. Do your best. And try to enjoy the game mode, which is much easier now there's less toxicity. Anyway, remember, comment and everything below. And until the next time, stay safe out there. Have fun on the battlefield. And happy tanking. Because at the end of the day, guys, that really is what it's all about. Having fun and being happy.